Okay, so now we're going to talk about what you're actually doing, what you're teaching, and how you're reacting to students in an instructional manner. So we're not on behavior anymore. Now we're going to talk about the actual instruction. So right away, I want you to know that you should never say to kids, no, that's not right. You haven't got it. So if a student makes a mistake, it's actually a learning opportunity, and we celebrate that. And the way to get them to the right answer is, again, by using that same questioning technique that you would use with behavior. So you might say to them, can you show me your thinking? How is it that you came up with that answer? And then if someone else is in the group, you can say, how did you think about that? Let's compare how we did that. So always asking questions rather than saying, no, that's not right, because they may have done a lot of correct work in an effort to get to the answer that they got. So we never say, no, that's not right. Another thing that I want you to do is just embrace the idea that there are lots of ways to solve a problem. And so while on our own, we have discovered ways to do lung multiplication, for example. But these kids are coming from instruction which encourages them to think of lots of different ways. So if it's different from the way that you learned, it's still okay. And again, it's another opportunity for you to say, hey, why don't you show me how you came up with that answer, and let them teach you and work through it that way. I also like you to use pictures and drawings, so you can always ask students when they're stumped, where should we start? Do you understand the problem? Let's draw a picture. Let's work from here. So there are lots of opportunities to really encourage them along. You can use statements like, I wonder what that would look like if we drew a picture, or what if you were using these sticks or these counters? How could you use these to help? I want you to always be positive with them. As many times as you can, say to them, boy, I like your thinking, or you are really using your brain right now, and I can see that you've thought a lot about this problem. Just continually encourage them, especially when you're working with students who are struggling, because a lot of times it's just because they don't have the confidence, right? So they need encouragement too. I also want to talk to you about when you're working with students in the classroom, how you enter the classroom. So you'll be coming from outside. The students will probably already be engaged with their teacher. And I'd like you just to walk in and sort of move to the back where you can really listen in on what's happening and get an idea where the students are headed that day. And then once the students are ready to transition into their independent work, I think that's when the teachers are going to call to you for help. And so you'll just discreetly, ease on into working with individuals or small groups at that time. It's important that you know where all the manipulatives are kept, if it's okay to use scratch paper. So just make sure that you've talked to the teacher ahead of time and you know where these things are kept so that you can access them. Make sure it's okay with them that you reach in and get them on your own. Just show that respect for the teacher and her space, and I'm sure that you're going to be welcome to use everything in there. But it's nice to set that up ahead of time.